And gap analysis is another of the tools I think you need to be familiar with. And it can help us fill the, gap between the current state and the state we want to be in the future. We start out by identifying the processes we're doing now. What are we doing? If you take the very simplified example over here on the right, we're selling lemonade on the first one. Then we identify how good are we at it. On the example here, we sell $10 of lemonade every day. Then we identify the desired outcome. How well do we want to do in the future? We want to sell $30 every day. What's the difference? Well, in this case, $20. Then we identify how can we possibly fill that gap. What is it that we can do to change from the current to the target state? In this case, the action plan is to build a better lemonade stand. Then we develop the means to fill the gap, and then finally we prioritize this one effort compared to all the other 50 things we're doing. Is it high, low, medium? We can scale it on 1 to 10 or whatever we want. But we need to understand how important is this one piece of the puzzle. In the second example, we want to add cookies to our lemonade stand. Same process. In your job role, it could be how do we reduce security incidences? How do we train our staff better to raise their awareness or something like that? But just understand, it's how do we get from where we are now to where we want to be in a quantifiable way. The first 6 steps are due diligence. We figure out what the problem is, we find a solution for it, we plan it, we research it, and then the final step where we develop the solution is our due care. And for a single business unit like IT security, we can have 50 or 100 gap analysis done on what we need to work on. For a business, that can be thousands. And where in the rest of the business, it might be driven by how much money we can make. In our department, it's probably going to be based on how do we lose as little money as possible. Which countermeasures can we implement to secure the organization?